Okay.
We're recording. Okay. Happy Saturday morning. Thanks for being here today, you guys. All right. So we have 30 minutes. We're sticking with the three theme because we want to make sure that people understand that it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1. Great things come in threes. So hopefully you were able to go and watch our videos. This isn't 3, but we did have 5 3-minute videos on our Team Hope page. And the reason why we did 3-minute videos and why we will be sticking to 3-minute videos is because, you guys, this is simple. This is a very simple business. It is. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed if you're brand new to this. If you've just started taking products, we want you to understand that this is not, it doesn't have to take a lot of your time. In fact, what you're going to find is as you're taking your products, you're going to start feeling a little bit better. You're going to be listening and hearing people as they talk about the different things in their lives that are bothering them, that are keeping them back from doing the things that they want to do. And you know what the answer is going to be every single time? Ooh, they need Plexus. They could really use Plexus. Oh, that's good. Because you know what? Our health is the number one. It's the number one thing that holds people back. That it's the thing that is on the top of their mind, and yet it's the very last thing that they give their attention to. They will do everything else besides take care of their physical bodies. Most people will do everything for everyone else until they are forced to stop and take a little bit of a review. So as you start noticing that and you start thinking, ooh, if I could just share with Plexus, if I just had something really easy or really simple that I could share with them, you do. We have so many simple and easy ways for you to share, and it's just as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those 3-minute videos, I want to encourage you to watch those. We had a challenge at the end of each one of those 3 videos, and what you do is when you do that, watch the 3-minute video and do the simple task like writing down 3 friends. Guess what? You've just done your IPA. Your intentional productive activity or your income producing activity. You've done that. You guys, this is not hard, and it is not something that you have to go to a training course and learn all over again. So I want to encourage you to do that. We have 3 pages that I want you guys. Sometimes we get on here and think, oh man, there's so much going on Facebook, I can't keep up. But when you have people that you invite to try Plexus products, you can, first of all, you should invite them to our Pink Health page. That page has a lot of testimonials. It has a lot of product information, different things on there that you can search. And that's great for people who are just looking for some more information. So you have your Pink Health page. Then we also have our 3-day challenge group. So our 3-day challenge group is a page that you probably have been invited to or you are a part of at one point. If you're not on there, then there's a link on our page. We really want you to be there because twice a month, every other week, we have a 3-day sample challenge. And you know what that does? That gives people that might not be, first of all, they might not be ready to jump in and order a combo pack. They might just be wondering what it's all about. That's a really easy way. Plexus has these 3-day challenge packs, right? And this has 4 products, 3 days of all the 4 products that they get to use. And we go through all 3 days, we go through and give them information, and it's a brief overview. You don't have to do it. You don't have to be in charge of knowing where to find the information or do the information. They just need to be a part of that page. So when you add them to that 3-day challenge group, they get an overview, and you can interact with them and say, hey, what did you think about this? Ooh, this is one of the things that you were talking about. Inflammation. That was something that we talked about in our conversation. So it just gives you a tool to be able to share and to be able to help the people that in your life. So Pink Health 3-day challenge group. And then when they decide that they are going to give it a try for 3 products for 3 months, guess what? they order their combo pack and you add them to Team Hope. So our team page is a page where we have a lot of, you guys know this, but maybe you don't, maybe you're new. We have a lot of support. We have information on there. So if there's anything that you aren't aware of or aren't sure of, you can ask questions. That's where we have all of that information. And so those three groups, Team Hope, Pink Health, and our 3-day challenge group. So those three pages are where you need to be. Okay, I already talked about the 3-minute lives. Those 3-minute live videos that get posted. The very first one that we had this week was about 3 friends. So really what we talk about is 3 friends that it's always better together when we have people joining us and cheering us on. We are more likely to that accountability. I'm going to mute you. I've got somebody, I'm not sure that I can mute you. I think Amberly, I've got some sound going on. But when we have somebody doing something with us, you guys, if I have somebody waiting for me at the gym, and that's what I started this week, I have somebody waiting for me, guess what? I'm going to get there. Because that accountability, there's something about that. You have a friend waiting for you, somebody cheering you on, someone excited for you. So that's why we always talk about at least 3 friends, 3 people that you can think of. And you know what happens? You end up thinking of more and more and more. So you keep adding to that list. Okay, so that's just an overview of the pages. Today, I wanted to talk about and kind of go over the things that we did, the 3-minute videos that we did this week. And I want to start off with, how many of you have a book that you write? Do you guys have a physical list that you write names in? I'm seeing some nodding heads. Some nodding heads.
Cards.
Note cards. Okay. And so Tiffany, you use note cards, and do you put your note cards, do you have a file?
I do.
Okay.
Deanna, I have an Excel spreadsheet on my computer that I update once a week.
Okay. This is good. I think, and I know Christy is pen and paper. I like pen and paper because electronically I have transferred. Here's what I like to do. I have pen and paper and I have put it onto a spreadsheet. A Google Doc is for me, and maybe this is what Crystal, and I think if you've got a spreadsheet, I think Amberly has a spreadsheet. That way you can keep your notes, you can keep track. It's electronic. You can have it wherever you have your phone. You can have it with you anytime and access to it. So I like that. Something that Emily Gibson does, and I hadn't even really thought about that. I write things down in a notebook, and I just have a notebook and I go through. What she does is she has just a book that she has, and she gets a new book every year. And right at the top, she writes January 2020. And she goes through and she writes down about 20 people a month. She said, sometimes it's 10, 12, somewhere in that range of people that she writes down that she wants to focus on. So what I really like too is it's not necessarily, okay, who can I sell Plexus to? That's not it. What you want to do is you want to, in your mind, think about people that you want to have a relationship with, people that you have come into contact with, maybe one of your kids' activities, maybe somebody that you knew that you met at church or at school, at work, somebody that you haven't really talked with before or don't really know very well, but you want to build a relationship with, because that's the most important thing. We are not in sales, you guys. I don't know how many of you are like, I'm the greatest salesman. I would be so good at this. I got to have my glasses on. Not very many people go, ooh, I'm good at sales. I really want to sell stuff. Most people, the first thing they say is, I am not a very good salesperson. And that's lucky, because guess what? We don't sell. We do have products that we offer, but that's why we're called Team Hope, because that's really what we do, is we offer people hope for the things that they're dealing with. And we don't even realize that how much our health affects all of the ripple effect that it has in our lives. So don't think that you're a salesperson. Take that out of your mind. But what I want us to do is to take a few minutes to write down people who are on our mind. We're going to shoot for, we're shooting for 10 people that you want to focus on this month, which we're ending in January, but we can have this be our January, February list. So, because we have a shorter amount of time, let's shoot for 5 to 10 people that you want to have a better relationship with, that you want to show a little more interest to, and you want to get to know just a little bit better. So can we do that? You guys have a pen, paper, or on the studies do say, right on, Christy, the studies do show that when you write something down, it does something to here. There's that connection that you're building. So even if you do write it or have it on electronic devices, it would be good if you just had a book that you write it down, and that is where you transfer to your spreadsheets. That is where you transfer to. So that just might help you be a little more intentional about the people that you're thinking of. So let's go ahead and take a few minutes to write down our names.
I'm adding some background music. Is that okay?
Perfect. I love it.
For our quiet pause?
Yes, I love the quiet pause. Go ahead, go. Okay, you guys, I just did 3 minutes because I figured we're sticking with that 3-minute time. Were you guys able to write down quite a few names?
I got 13.
Nice. I got 11. So we did a little over 10.
I did, tell me, is this okay? I did some people that are already on my team, but I feel like I don't know well and I need to foster that or help build them. And I did some that are just not on my team, not anything that I want to Am I missing the
I'm
point?
so glad you brought that up. 100% yes.
Okay.
Because here's what this is. This is a relationship business, you guys. I can't even stress that enough. We'll talk about that a lot, but it is so much relationship. And here's why. If we just walk up to somebody on the street and say, "Hi, my name's Deanna and I sell Plexus. Would you like to try some? It helps with blood sugar and inflammation and gut health." No, they're not gonna, they're gonna run the other direction. If I have a friend that I've listened to, that I've talked to, that I genuinely care about, and I bring it, "Hey, you know what? You've mentioned this a couple of different times, and I don't know if this is be something that you're interested in, but here's what I found." And you've already built a relationship. They know that you're not just after them for a couple of dollars. They know that you actually are, this is something that you've tried, you've used, you would like to help them with. And if you say, I don't know if might be for you, might not, but would you be interested in learning a little bit more? Guess what? You can gauge that, we have that social awareness, or we get better at that social awareness of when somebody's ready to hear something, and just putting it out there, not being afraid. So if you have that relationship, then the light is green. You have a green light. That also goes for people who have already trusted you, who have already bought things from you, who have already ordered and are on their health journey, but we might not know them very well. Some people maybe just see your post and say, "Oh, that looks good. I'm going to try it," because they want to lose weight. They don't really understand. Or maybe they do know a little bit about gut health and they want to try it. But it's so very important that you foster that relationship so that they continue to understand that you care about their wellness. And guess what? They will feel safe and they will feel comfortable talking to you when you say, "Do you have some friends? Let's do the same thing. Let's help you share." Because the more people that we have sharing, you can think if we're just thinking of it from a business standpoint, the more people that we have sharing, the stronger our business is and the more successful we are. If we're just successful and we don't have relationships, if we don't have people that we care about or are concerned about, it's pretty empty. It doesn't feel good. We all can think of examples of people who are just money hungry and are in businesses and in doing things for money. I have a couple of friends that I'm thinking about that they just go to the next thing. And really because what they're focusing on is earning money. And money is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's fabulous. You can do so many great things with money. But if you don't have that relationship set, and if you don't have that relationship mindset, then you're going to struggle a little bit because you're going to feel desperate. Even when you're desperate just to help people. So be desperate to help people. And that, absolutely, I love that. So if there are some people on your list that you're like, what, I really need to get to know them a little bit better. If they've already bought products from you, great. I love that. Let's see. So, those videos that we did, the 3-minute videos, those are, like I said, those are our IPA in disguise. And it's great because you don't have to watch a 15-minute video. So encourage people that you add to Team Hope. They might not be doing that right now. They might not be even looking at the page. They might feel like they're too busy. They might even see a live video and scroll right past because they assume that it's really long. So continue to invite people. Don't be discouraged when they say that they're too busy or don't want to. It's okay. Just keep on reaching out and finding out what is going on in their lives so that they can see how it might fit into their lives, how it actually would be able to make their lives a little bit less stressful. They might have a little bit more time if they can share a little bit, earn a little bit of money, and make some more friends. Because the more friends we have, typically, the less stressed we are, the more understood we feel. Okay, so let's see. I wanted to go over today, just as far as the training. I don't have a timer on mine, so I don't know where we're at as far as time. So do we have 10 minutes left?
Since we started recording, you have about 14.
Okay. So I'm going to set myself another timer just so that I only go for a couple of minutes here. And I don't think that I can share screen. Maybe I can. I think I can share screen.
You should be able to.
Okay, you guys, I want to, let's see, close that out. I want to show you guys also, for those of you that, some of you, this is a repeat, but for some of you, this might be brand new information on where to find, we have resources, we have tools on our team page. We have videos, we have trainings, we have, you know what? Sometimes it might seem like there's too much information. So that's why we really want to keep it simple and know that we have, you know, our 3-day challenge. That is just an over and over again, twice a month, all the information that people need to know, really the basics of Plexus. They don't need to dive in and get all the nitty gritty, all that information. If they're more of a green personality that likes that information, they can find it on Pink Health. They can find it on the internet. They can find it in our back office. They'll look for it and they'll find it. But we don't want people to feel overwhelmed with information and stuff. So what I want to show you guys is our back office. And okay, so I'm going to share my screen. You guys can see it, right? So when you get to plexusworldwide.com, you go to your virtual office. On your virtual office, up here on the top left side, cookie preferences. I like chocolate chip. Okay, come on. Let's see. There it goes. Being a little bit slow. Okay, so on this top left-hand side, you're going to see under Training Center, you're going to see the resource library. Click on the resource library. You guys, let me move this over here so that you can see. There. Okay, so under your resource library, Training Center resource library, you guys, it says start here, start now. When you drop down on this, you don't have to go and look at every single one of these videos, every single one of these flyers, but the information is there. And so go ahead, get familiar with this. I want you guys to get familiar with your back office. Take some time to look at it. If it's something that you think, yep, I clicked on it and that's not something that I'm looking at, or I don't have time to look at that, that's okay. But look, it talks about getting started. This is really this Me Plus 3 Fast Start training. If you scroll down a little bit more, learn popular products. So look, right here, it has the Plexus Triplex. It has the video on Slim, how to mix your hunger control, a video on BioCleanse and X Factor Plus. I don't think these videos, these might be corporate videos of people talking about them, but number one is a Plexus Triplex video. That's that one and the microbiome video that are either 1.5 or 3 minutes long. Those are really good videos to send to people. So you have resources back here. As you scroll down, like I said, it might seem like a lot of information, but it's all organized in a spot. So as you go down, and it does say send step 1. So it does talk about, it shows you some videos. Some of these videos, as you'll see, are, let's see, it does have the X Factor Plus. Oh, see, these are the product marketing tools. I like these because I like to have things to show people: Vital Biome, X Factor Kids, the X Factor. These are for some specific products that people, just to, hey, look, this is something that you might be interested in learning a little bit more about. Some people do better with the videos. Okay. That's your back office. And that is, all right, am I back here? That training center is for you. That training center is something that you can go on, you can click on. As you become familiar with that, get started here. As you look at that, you'll know where to go for things. When you have questions, if you do a quick little search on our Team Hope page, on our Pink Health page, and you don't find it, it's nice to know that you have the resource. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to share my screen again because I want to show you a shortcut. This is the shortcut. When you scroll all the way to the bottom of your plexusworldwide.com page, you're going to see this help center. There's also a live chat. I haven't ever used that feature. I haven't ever needed that. But they are there during business hours to help in a live chat. So if you click right here on this help center, guess what? It pops up and says, how can we help? Oh, thank you, Plexus. I need help. I need help finding the microbiome video. I don't know where that is. Let's see. Oh, I hope it's in here. Let's see, microbiome video. I should have done this before we started recording our video, just to see. I was just thinking about that and realizing that, okay. All right, does anybody have a question that they would want to ask because it's not up here? Some microbiome activating.
Hey, Deanna.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm running while we're doing this, but I usually recommend to my newbies to go to the Plexus Worldwide YouTube channel and search there because it's quicker.
Even better. Thank you.
Yep.
See, and this is why we have a team, because we need to help one another. Okay, so thank you. Even better. Plexus does have, they have this word, and so hopefully you guys can see this here. YouTube, Plexus Worldwide. I do have that on my under my subscription. So when you go to Plexus Worldwide, it will have.
Hey, go back. Go back to your Plexus Worldwide.
Okay.
Just as your search. No, not there. On your YouTube.
Yes, up here.
Yeah, just do that search again. Just basic Plexus Worldwide.
Okay.
And then click on that Plexus logo down there. Nope.
Oh, this.
Right
there we go. Thank you. I was looking right at it. It's weird where it's right in front of your face.
Then it'll have your playlists. Playlist is where I start.
Oh, okay.
Because look, now it has Diamond Docs, science, recipes, the sharing system.
Plexus Español.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so this, I love this tool. Thank you, Crystalline. How did I forget about this tool? I actually like this tool even better than my Help Center is good if you have a specific question, and it will get you to, like questions about contests or questions about different things, specials that are going on. But the very first one here is Plexus Triplex. Metaburn, let's see. I know that there's the microbiome one in here, but this Dr. Jim Logan, we like all of this. You guys, this is great. So this is an excellent tool. Thank you for that. If you have people that are wondering about the Diamond documentaries right here, if they want to know these because of Plexus, these are short videos, you guys. These are, look, 2.5 minute videos of because of Plexus, how it helped people, real life people, how it helped them in their health journey. So there we go. Okay. So those are some helps if you're looking for sharing. If people have questions, they don't, oh, let's see, am I missing some chat? If you need help finding information for people, you can find it. I mean, there are a lot of different resources for you to find it, but we want to make it simple. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Live chat is great. Oh, they send you an email transcript with your whole conversation afterwards. Amberly, thank you. So on Plexus, on your in your back office, when you do live chat, then you don't have to remember what they told you. They send you an email transcript. I did not know. Great. But we have a lot of resources, so don't feel concerned or don't feel worried that you don't have the answer, because guess what? You don't have to have the answer. And your friends, as you talk to them and they ask you questions, it's okay to say, you know, that's a really good question. I think I've heard about that before. I think I've heard how Plexus might be able to help, or why, you know, the supplements do help with things like that. And but I don't know the specifics. Let me find something and send you a video. Can I do that? And guess what? They're going to say yes. People are happy when you are excited to help them. They're excited to talk with you about things. You know, if you're asking and you're genuinely concerned about your friends, guess what? They're going to respond. They're going to ask you questions back. Does everybody jump in and jump on the Plexus Healthy bandwagon train right off? Nope, they don't. Some people, it will take years, but it's when they're ready. When they're ready, and if you shared information that that is valuable to them, if you're adding value to their lives, guess who they're going to trust? They're going to trust you because they know that you care about them and that you're going to lead them in the right direction. So does anybody have any questions as far as messages? There are some messages that you can send, and I think I did want to kind of go over that. We wrote down our 3 people. We wrote down our 3 people, or we kind of like to do 3 people a day, but we wrote down our 10 that we're kind of focusing on for this month. And so what kind of messages do we send to people? Let me, well, here we go. Okay, so a lot of times we don't really like, how many of us like a cold message? How many of us really like it when someone says, hey, or invite us to a party or something like that, and we haven't talked to them in like 20 years, or 10 years, or 5 years, or we don't really even know this person, and they say, hey, would you like to buy some of my fill in the blank? How many of us love that? Nobody likes it. I understand it because I mean, but I don't feel that the need to actually buy. I can very nicely say, no, thank you, or I have enough, or I'm not interested, and just lead into a conversation. I'm happy to just talk to people. I don't feel like they're trying to take advantage of me. So don't assume that people are going to be mad at you. If they are, it's their own, whatever they're dealing with. But it's okay to reach out to people that you haven't seen for a really long time. The number one, like the gold standard, is relationship building. The number one thing to do is to reach out and say, hey, Janet, I haven't talked to you in forever. I noticed that you guys got some new puppies, or I noticed that your kiddo just started piano, or fill in the blank, something that you've been able to kind of deduce from what they've shared on social media. I just wanted to say hi, and I hope things are going really well. And end with a question. Always end with a question, because you want them to respond. You don't want them to say thanks, and then that's it. You're like, So end with a question. How were your holidays? What do you have some fun things planned for coming up? Or ask them what their experience is with their dog or with their kids, or if you've been looking for something or they have something that you are interested in. Ask them a question. Show some genuine interest in what they're doing and what they've been up to. Ask them the questions. You can send, it's okay. It actually is okay to send cold messages. But relationship building is number one. So the first one might be, if you've been taking Plexus products, maybe you're brand new. Maybe you've only just started, and you can say, hey, Tiffany, I know this is a little bit out of the blue, but I've been feeling really good lately, and I've been a little quiet about it. This is just a sample message. Anyway, I've been taking these supplements. They've helped me lose 5 pounds. I have more energy because I don't have to drink as much coffee, gotten rid of my sugar cravings, and I'm in a better mood generally, which has been awesome. It's been really unexpected, and I'm feeling really grateful. It's called Plexus, and I've been using it for 2 weeks. Have you heard of it before? Okay, so you ended with a question. That's a total cold message. Most of the time, you get crickets. Most of the time, I don't love sending those messages. I feel like this. Ugh, I don't like it. But if my recommendation is, you can try this. I think this is a good growth thing. I think it's good for people to try something new that puts them out of their comfort zone. You might get somebody that says, yes, I have. Yes, I've tried it. I didn't like it. That's great. That's a conversation. You might get crickets. Most of the time you get crickets. Or, no, I haven't. What is it? And then what you want to do is that can be your leading into just talking back and forth. You don't have to push Plexus. You don't have to tell them that they have to try it, buy it, anything like that. But be genuine in your responses with them, because some people that might just be the thing that it's like, yeah. And you might have a really direct friend that says, you know what, I haven't ever heard of it. What is it all about? My recommendation is, if you're new and you're 2 weeks on the supplements, my recommendation is that you start not being so quiet about it. Post something about it. Post that publicly. Post that on your Instagram or on your Facebook page, and tell people, hey, look, I've been really quiet, but I don't want to be quiet anymore, because if this can help you, like it helped me, I want to be able to share. So go ahead, Tiffany.
Another thing that's really easy when you're first starting out, that because people are struggling, but I hear lots of times, well, I want my own results before I post anything. I want to be able to have my testimony, which I totally understand. But at the same time, we know accountability is nice when you're doing something new. You have something to do it with you. You bounce stuff off. But then I will ask people to sometimes, well, will you share my experience then? Say, oh, my friend Tiffany's been using this stuff. I just started trying it. This is what her results were. This is what I'm hoping for. Who wants to do this with me? And sometimes people are more comfortable sharing something that's not theirs.
Absolutely.
My story.
Yep. I love it. And that's because you built a relationship with that friend who's now taking Plexus. And so you can ask them that. You can say, look, I want to help you be as successful as possible. This is about you. This is not about me. This is about you being successful, and you being successful. You have a higher rate of success when you have other friends doing it with you. So reach out to the friend that introduced you to Plexus. That's considered your upline or your sideline or your downline. Somebody here on this page, and ask them for help. Ask them to review your message. Say, hey, I'm going to send this, or hey, I'm going to post this. But if you're new, guess what? People want to know what you're doing. They want to know what you're doing, the success that you're having, and why you're having it. So don't be afraid to share. You're going to get people that like your posts. Sometimes you're not going to get anybody that likes your posts except for maybe us, our group here. But I guarantee that people are watching, they're seeing it, because then when you post about your kids and their activities, when you post about your puppies, you're going to get all these thumbs up and hearts and loves and comments. Guess what? People want to know what's going on in your life. They're just a little bit afraid, if they like something that has to do with the fabulous supplements that you keep talking about, that that you might think that they want to buy it, right? So don't worry about it. Keep on sharing. And with that, our 30 minutes are certainly up. But I want to encourage you guys to share and to continue to just build relationships. Take your products, be a product of the product. Take your products, take care of yourself, so that you can more effectively help other people, taking care of themselves and having success in their lives and being happy. And that's really what we want. We want to build a relationship. We want our friends and our family to be happy and healthy. So with that, thank you. Anybody else have any questions or comments today? Live chat. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thank you. Janet, you live chat. Good. I love that. I thought you were going to talk about like sending messages. Send voice messages too, you guys. If you can send a voice message to a friend that you haven't heard from a long time. I did that with Marco Polo the other day, and they were so happy. They're like, oh, it was so good to see your face and hear your voice. You become a live person again to them. You become their friend again, instead of just someone who's typed out a message. They can hear the fluctuations in your voice. So it doesn't have to be a video, but sometimes just a little voice message goes a really long way. So, very good, Jana. I'm glad that those voice messages went over well. We get a little bit afraid that we're going to sound dumb. Guess what? We don't sound dumb. People love to hear your voice. They like you. They're your friends. So, okay, you guys go make some relationships out there today. You guys have a good weekend. And we'll see you next Saturday, 9 a.m.